Hello everyone, welcome to Hill Street. Today's story is, if you are reading this, then maybe I'm still alive. If you end up enjoying this story, please leave a like. And if you enjoy hearing stories from me, please subscribe and become a resident of Hill Street and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. And I just want to say a quick thank you. We have currently reached 500 residents, and I am ecstatic. Thank you all very much, and I really appreciate it. Now, let's get to this nightmare. I don't know for how long. Maybe uploading my final journal entry will be my epitaph. Maybe tomorrow I'll discover this was all a nightmare, and I'll get to hug my boyfriend again. I just don't know. I feel as though my brain is on fire, and my bones are seizing up. As I type this, I can't decide if it is important as it feels to get this out there so people know the truth, or whether I'm just another social media drone that can't resist a final status update. I could be defending myself instead. Perhaps this is my only defense. Could I try to run? What am I even saying? I guess I'll just need to explain what has happened to me tonight. It's so rare for me to be home alone. It's always the two of us, not counting our tortoise and hamster. But now and then, my boyfriend will stay at a friend's house if they want to drink late into the night. Actually, it's nice to have a king-size bed to stretch out in by myself. This evening, I enjoyed lounging on the sofa, watching some trashy addition to the Netflix horror section, dipping into the local news broadcast to see the latest on the earthquakes, eating more chocolate than I should in a week, and scrolling on my phone. Nothing special, just totally relaxed. Around 11 p.m., I decided I was getting a bit drowsy and my vision was tired, so I fed my hamster a treat, bid her a good night, and headed upstairs to bed. I think for once I fell asleep quickly. I don't remember much after squishing my head into the pillow, but I do remember that when I opened my eyes, it was 3 a.m. I know this with clarity because I was instantly fully awake. I listened hard for a moment to see if a noise had awoken me. Sometimes my tortoise scrapes against the wood of his enclosure as he shifts in his sleep. But it wasn't that. I didn't need the toilet. There were no sounds from the pets. Nothing from downstairs. Silence. After a few beats, I came to the realization I was holding my breath, clutching the sheet tightly, and lightly sweating. Instead of relaxing my grip or getting up for water, I stayed stone still. Something in the house felt wrong, oppressive. I don't recall how long I lay there. It didn't seem to occur to me to look at the clock again. But after what felt like an hour, I finally caught the motion of it. At first, I thought it was just a trick of light in the dark. A quiet passing car causing a shift in the shadows, or something floating within my own vision. But then, I heard it too. It was shifting low to the ground, like an animal, but with elongated limbs. On all fours, it moved almost soundlessly into my room from the landing, inching along painfully slow. I felt like my heart would actually burst from the fear that gripped me, watching this thing as it crab-walked past me until it was settled near the foot of my bed. I couldn't make out a head or a face at first. In the darkness, I could make out the beetle-black torso, which seemed wide but almost flat, coated in something matted and wet-looking, and it was comprised mostly of those skeletal tent-pole legs, which seemed to pick quietly at the carpet as it moved. It was like no animal I could use for comparison, more insectoid in nature if anything. A small bump came from the kitchen downstairs. Almost nothing. A typical old house noise. But immediately, the creature reacted. Its head seemed to snap up out of nowhere. Small and round with multiple shifting amber eyes and a sharp beak-like mouth which began clicking rapidly. The speed at which it moved sent a new spike of fear into my chest. And this time, I could hear it moving through the ground floor, searching for the source of the noise. Somehow, I dragged myself out of bed and parted my hands from the duvet. It felt like my body went into autopilot, my brain practically screaming at me to stop, while my hands just did as they pleased. I shut the bedroom door and hastily pushed my small bedside drawers in front of it. I heard the creature race up the stairs, but stop just outside the door. I believe we both froze, assessing the situation and seeing who would make the next move. Before I had made any further decisions, a long, drawn-out scraping started. It seemed to be slowly dragging something sharp down my door. A clear threat, a mocking message about what it was going to do to me. My trembling hands seemed to object to this and began shoving the bed in front of the remaining exposed door. As if it knew exactly what I was doing, it slowly began to laugh at me, soft and low. The croaking clicks that came through the door were clearly spiteful and full of mirth. As tears rolled down my face, I ran to the bay window, squinting down into the street to see if someone could hear me if I called, or could help me if I jumped. At first, I couldn't make out much, my glasses being in the bathroom and my tears blurring my vision. But then I saw it. And I stopped crying. It was like a calm acceptance came over me as the dark street shifted slowly below me like a writhing tar pit. Anywhere hidden from the street lamps, casting in shadow, they crept and hovered and watched me. The slow croaking crackle rising up to me from below. So here I sit, inside my double wardrobe, surrounded by clothes and handbags, typing this on my phone. I don't know if these things have always existed alongside us, or if everyone else is currently cowering in their houses. Emergency services aren't picking up. My signal keeps dropping. In 1 hour, the sun will rise. In 4 hours, my boyfriend will come home. Will the scraping have stopped by then?